Woo, 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 woo. Shout it out loud. Got to have a party. Shout it out loud. We gotta have a party. That's right, folks. Welcome to Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things, everybody. That's it. That's the last Kiss concert you're ever going to see in the city of Chicago. That was last night at the beautiful Allstate Arena. You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things, folks, Monday through Friday at noon. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and thanks. And give us a call at 847-769-8609. I'm in a good mood. I hope you guys are in a good mood. We're talking about Kiss. That's right, the final concert in Chicago ever. They only got like two other shows left. We're talking about, I think they're in Boston, and then New York is the last show ever for Kiss, supposedly. It's the final tour. And we'll get all the good stuff, backstage stuff. We'll talk to you coming up here on Ocean's Pit. First of all, every show is dedicated to the first responders. Thank you so much for watching the show, folks, and we dedicate the show to you and all you wonderful people who take the time to sit and watch Ocean's Pit with us tonight. And we got a great week of stuff coming up, some good guests. So I'm just excited. And it's a good day. It's a little chilly, but the sun is out. Christmas is not far away. 39 more days to the cruise, 2024 music cruise. It's going to be great, folks. All right. So, again, check us out on the Tony Ocean Show Facebook page, the Mo Carraro Facebook page, Ocean's Pit. We're on LinkedIn, X, formerly Twitter, and YouTube. And I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Now, don't forget now, Mike Oliveira will be our guest tomorrow from Focal Point, a new rock band in Chicago. It's been around for a while, playing some great songs. Thursday, of course, my lovely co-host, the lovely Laura Ocean, will be joining us. And Friday, my good buddy Jerry Maselli will be our guest on Friday. Works with kids, a lot of good stuff. We'll talk about him and stuff that he does with kids and sports and stuff. Good stuff. Family entertainment. I want to thank Matt Cassane. I did his show early this morning on the Coffee with Matt Cassane. It was a brief little interview in the morning, but thank you, Matt. And I love Matt Cassane. He's been a co-host on our show. He's been a guy that's been doing so much in Chicago with his comedy and acting and Chris Farley and Donald Trump, all the imitations that he does. And he's a great guy as well. So thank you, Matt. Guys, let's get right to our sponsors before we get to the nitty-gritty of Kiss. That's right. We're talking about Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. Norwich, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, Warrenville, and soon to be Arizona, folks. You know what? If you haven't got your snowblower fixed, folks, it's now about time, right, folks? They're going to save you $20 Deaconach's fee. To get ready for an inspection, for your 180-point inspection for your your beautiful snowblower, making sure it's up and ready for the season. It's only $105 plus parts. And folks, take 50% of the entire purchase off regular price merchandise just this week. This is it, folks. So make sure you got till tomorrow to do this, folks. So 15% off the entire purchase of any regular price merchandise, November 25th to the 27th. Very, very cool stuff. Carhartt clothes, folks. Still, they got them 25% off. That's our good friends of Ace Hardware. Buy a local, shop local. Ace is the place. They've been helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Absolutely. And public relations, folks. Every company needs public relations. New companies, old companies, musicians, actors, they need a publicist. They need to get your name out there. Bernie DeMeo and Partners are the best. Bill Gates once said, if it was down to my last marketing dollar, I'd spend it on public relations. That sounds advice from a guy that's worth $100 billion. Bernie DeMeo and DeMeo Partners have been my publicists for many years. TV, radio, television, has won many awards, worked with Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls, the Chicago White Sox, the Phil Stefani restaurant, and so many more. This is the company you want representing you guys as publicists out there. That's BernieDeMeos.com, or give Bernie a call at 312-217-5658. Tell them Tony O sent ya. That's BernieDeMayo.com. And for all you real estate lovers out there, buying, selling, doing what you're doing, meet Mary Grievous, your trusted lawyer realtor. With years of experience and deep understanding of the market, she's here to guide you every step of the way. Let's turn your real estate dreams into a reality. Contact her today. Available for asset buyers, sellers, for sale by owners, expired listings. Mary Grievous Realtor. For Berkshire Hathaway Stark Real Estate, call Mary at 630-688-1725. Or you can email her. Go to www.mgravis@starkrealestate.com. Check it out. Mary's the girl to do the job. She does it right. She'll take care of all your needs. Also, Mary's the one you might want to get a hold of if you're any last-minute details about the Chicago Music Cruise, which is only 39 days away. Chicago Music Cruise, that's right, folks. Woo! January 7th to January 14th, 7-night Eastern Caribbean cruise. Royal Caribbean Wonders of the Sea. The biggest ship on the water, 4 football fields long. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, folks. Orlando, Bahamas, St. Martin, and Puerto Rico. That's right. Tony Ocean and the Main Event Band, Mojo's Jukebox, my other great rockin' band, my new rock band, and Seventh Heaven, of course, the ringleaders, Richie and the boys, putting it all together, and we are honored to be part of this great cruise. Mary at ntdvacations.com. Tell them Tony O sent you. Still, we got some rooms left. Richie was kind enough and to open up some more floors to get a couple more rooms so you guys still get a chance to get out there and get on that cruise, folks. Speaking of the holidays, Christmas is right around the corner. This is the season to be jolly, folks. We're talking about Sunny Acres. Come celebrate the holidays at the big and bright Trail of Lights at Sunny Acres Farm, where there'll be millions of dazzling lights, sparkling walking trails with fun stops along the way, while featured large-in-life holiday displays set to your favorite holiday tunes. Be sure to come there and bring the kids on the weekends to see Santa Claus. That's right. Check out the website. Reserve your tickets at any time slots for sunnyacres.com. Now, that's Sunny with an O, folks. That's right. 29 West 310 North Avenue in West Chicago, 630-231-3859. Go right to Sunny Acres here in West Chicago. Don't have to go all the way to the city to enjoy some Christmas fun with our friends from Sunny Acres. You got to love them, folks. Ocean's Pit, little show about big things, folks. This morning, I had a rough night last night, so I couldn't make it to the Almost Home Foundation. So I missed the dogs today. Rough night, folks. Rough night. And let's first of all, before we start with the good stuff, let's say hello to some people watching today. Some of the regulars. Daryl Armistad, the professor's in the house. Mark, good morning, my friend. I know you're getting ready for that cruise, baby. 39 more days. Felicia, como estai? Victoria. Double T, Tony Toto. How you guys doing? Buddies in the house. Can we win tickets to Kiss? No, Kiss was last night. Folks, but that's it. Do you remember when they everything Kiss? Yeah, everything was crazy back in the 70s. Hey, I had a great time, Keith. I hope you did too, and we're going to talk about that. Peter Prado, how you doing, buddy? I hope you guys are doing. Lilia, Joanne, Marty Malarkey in the house. I hope you're doing well, my good brother. That's very cool. Love to see him. Tommy, how you doing, buddy? How you doing, Tommy? Dennis from Lake Geneva. Albert from the Ron Onesti organization. Dennis, everybody, Victoria. All right, guys, this is great to see you guys. Captain, step up. I didn't get the chance to see the captain or Franny yesterday, but I know they were at the show. Johnny G, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Well, I'm proud to be holding the last ticket, and we had some incredible seats. I mean, this is like right by the pit, man, and I got to keep the ticket, which was very cool. The last concert you're ever going to see of Kiss in Chicago. And I'm going to tell you how this all came about. I mentioned it briefly yesterday on the show. I've got a friend for many years in the casino business. Actually, he wasn't in the casino business when I first met him. I met him years ago, and I was doing a wedding on the south side of Chicago. I met this guy there. We kind of talked, stayed kind of contact with each other. Then I disappeared for a while. Didn't see him. And then he was in Iowa, big CEO in the Iowa casinos, the landside casinos. So we used to do work out there all the time. Tony Ocean, we opened for Don Rickles there. We bought Don Rickles there for him. My buddy's name is Kevin Preston. He's the CEO. He owns these casinos in Iowa. They disappeared for a little bit. And then he ended up in Natchez, Mississippi. And he calls me up and goes, Tony, I'm in Natchez, Mississippi. And I got to perform there a bunch of times up until COVID came. And now they opened up another brand new casino. It's a racetrack casino, Louisiana Downs. We're going to be there in February. Me with Regina Karma for 2 nights. And so Kevin called at 10 o'clock in the morning. Now, I was supposed to have rehearsal with Ocean's Rat Pack last night. Bill Teller wasn't feeling too well. So I was open. I get a text from Kevin Preston in the morning saying, Kevin, Tony, last minute trip. My investors were flying into Chicago because Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley are part of our partners in this Rock and Brew restaurant casino that they're doing with Kiss. And so we're going to go see them at the Allstate Arena in Chicago. Do you want to come, bring friends, and come out to the show? So, of course, I go, wow, Kiss, it's their last thing. I'm a fan. I'm not a giant fan of Kiss, but I mean, I've got some of their records. I thought Beth was great, Rock and Roll All Night, Hard Luck Woman, Dr. Love. I liked Kiss better, actually, after they took the makeup off with Lick It Up, and they had some great stuff. Anyway. So, of course, I want to meet Kiss. I want to meet the guys. Would have liked to met him with Gene, Paul, Ace, and Peter, of course, but that's never going to happen, at least not for now, in the near future. So we met Kevin at the beautiful Hyatt. Well, first of all, he was staying at the Hyatt. So we met there first, had a cocktail, and then we went over to the Hilton, the Gaslight restaurant. And they were taking the shuttle to the Allstate Arena. So I asked my wife, Laura, if she wanted to go first, because I thought she might get a kick out of it. She was a little tired, had a lot of stuff on her plate. So she said no. So I was thinking 2 of my friends I know that would, Ron Onesti always does things for me when I want to see a concert and all the work and stuff and friendship. He's been with me for many, many years. So I go, let me give Ron a call. And Ron had to move a couple things to make it work, but he did show up. And I also invited my other buddy, Mike Restivo, which is in Mojo's Jukebox. I know he's a big Kiss fan. So here we are going over there, and we met with Kevin, and there was about 20 of us in this particular crew when we first met there. Then we went to the Allstate Arena, and we knew some people in Rosemont to get some nice parking. I want to thank Mike Restivo for that. And then we got to go to the green room and spend time in the green room, which was kind of cool. Just had the set times, what's going on, and then we went to another section, and we met my buddy Donnie Gumick. He was there, and it was great seeing Russ Armentrout. Another friend of mine, my old member of my band too, Bobby Hitz, was there too. We got to meet Doc McGee, which was is the manager of Kiss, but he was also the manager of Scorpions and Poison and Motley Crue. I mean, at one time in the 80s, Doc McGee managed everybody. I think maybe even Def Leppard. I mean, he handled all the big hair bands. So Doc McGee was a sweet guy, took some pictures with us, had some guy. Then of course, there you see the great Chip Z'Nuff from Enough's Enough was there, talking about some new stuff he's doing, and he's just fantastic. So then we got shifted to another room. Now, mind you, on the ticket, folks, and the bracelet you got, which I did not take off after the final show. This is to get you in the green room, right? But the ticket, they had a band opening up for them. Showtime, it said, if I'm correct here, the opening act went on at 7:30. Kiss was supposed to go on at 8:45. 8:45 they were supposed to go on. Now, mind you, we're in the two green rooms, and they move us to another room. There had to be 500 people waiting for a meet and greet. And there's different prices to these meet and greets. There were some people paying $2,500 for like a one-on-one, and there's different prices. So here we are in line. Kindly, Kevin Preston and his friends included us in the group. So we had to stay in line for about a good hour, I'm thinking, and the line just kept moving. For once, the line looked like it wasn't moving. It just more people were coming and coming and coming and coming. And it was like 10 after 8 when we're going, how the hell is KISS going to meet all these people when they're supposed to go on at 8:45? So it's like, there's no way they're going to go on at 8:45. It was like 10:15. I mean, 8:15. We're still sitting there and we're moving closer and closer. And as you get closer, you can see the picture on my Facebook page. As you get closer to where they're at, there's a black curtain. So you can't take pictures like when you're in line with your phone of the band, but you can see through the blacks. You can see their makeup. You can see them. They were all standing on this giant platform, and they were bringing in groups at a time, and we were getting slow. So there was like 7 of us in our group, with me, Ron Onesti, Kevin, my good friend Kevin Preston, Mike Steve, and a bunch of other people in Kevin's group. Got there, get closer. Finally, Doc, right when we got in there, they go, another 10 minutes, folks. Now, mind you, there was still, I don't know how many people behind us who paid for the meet and greet. So anyway, there's a gentleman there. He opens the thin nylon curtain, and boom, there it is, man. You got Tommy, Eric, Gene, and Paul. KISS, the only band. If you want the best, you got the best. KISS. Anyway, they didn't say nothing. They just kind of nodded, give us a thumbs up. Ron Onesti had a poster, a little picture that Gene Simmons, when he did his solo show at the Arcada, and Gene just gave him one of these. They didn't talk to anybody. But Eric Singer, which is the drummer, they've had like 3. Eric Singer, when we first walked in, now, mind you, we're all dressed up. Look at the trench coat, nice black, look like. And Eric Singer made the comment, goes, what do we got, the Chicago Mafia here? Which I thought was kind of funny. Everybody said a little grin on their face. And then you get in front of them, all 7 of them, and you take the picture. And then you move, because it just was like a conveyor belt, man. You just had to keep moving. And then online, later on today, you can go and purchase the picture, which I'm going to do later on this afternoon. But it was cool. It wasn't like it was a one-on-one. We got a chance to talk. It was in, how you doing? Boom, bam, next, boom, bam, bam. And it was going on and it still, by the time we got there, was 8:45. And there was still more people. They probably didn't go on till about 9:30, I'm thinking. And then they all came in through this, Paul came into this wire from the sky, and everybody was just like, it's KISS, man. It's the show. It's KISS. There you go. Thank you, Donald. Great seeing you, Donald Kismic, yesterday backstage. Thank you, buddy. Doc Madge, Motley Crue, Bon Jovi, James Brown, KISS, Skid Row, Pat Travers. Okay, so Doc has been in the business a long time, and it was great seeing Donald there yesterday, buddy. So Gene said they came on at 9. Okay, so there you go. So they came out 15 minutes later, but when we were in line, so here's my question, and maybe Don will answer us too, since Don's been doing going to a lot of KISS shows. When you have a bunch of people that's paid for the meet and greet, when you get to that point that they have to cut them off, the people that don't get to meet and greet, do they meet them after the show? Because there was people still behind us in line to get in. So do they get refunds? I'd be awfully pissed off if that was the case. I don't know how that works. Maybe there's a meet and greet afterwards and they do it all over again. I'm not quite sure, but I thought it was just fantastic. Boyd, the money machine. I think Donald was telling us that he had like 91. It's either Donald told me or Kevin, my friend Kevin, said it was like they have 99 or 91 patents. KISS has like 91 patents of merchandise. So whether it's a lighter, a rubber, pens, T-shirts, whatever, dolls, you have a coffin. Anything that they can put Kiss' name on it, they're a machine, man. They're a machine. Now, whether you like Kiss or not, to be as popular as they are and still selling and selling and selling and selling. And remember, I mean, Tommy Thayer and Eric Singer have been with Kiss probably even longer than Peter and Ace, you know. And I've read all four of their books individually. Ace, Peter, I mean, it's brutal. None of them actually care for each other or like for each other, but I don't know, man. And I know they're doing a pay per view. I think the last show is a pay per view. I think they're doing in New York. I would love for them, maybe a year from now, after everything, after the dust settles, that they, the final tour. Because if I'm correct, the final tour I think was supposed to be in 2019, but because of COVID, they had to wait to whatever it was, or better yet, because of the flu. I'm sorry. And then I don't know. I would just hope that after the dust clears and Kiss isn't, it's been the tour is over for the next 2-3 years, whatever it is, until it's finally over. By then it might be too late, but I would love to have them just do one pay-per-view concert with Peter and Ace, and I don't think that's ever going to happen. But it would be kind of cool, and I think we could. So all the paid guests go first, and all the complimentary VIPs go afterwards. If anybody gets cut out, they don't have to issue refunds. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Donald. So the people that were left off. They couldn't meet and greet. So thank you for answering our questions, Don. Richard, the captain. Woo! Step up. Yeah, Gene is 73 years old. So if he goes another 2-3 years, I don't know when the tour is over, right? Whenever this year is, in New York, it's supposed to be done. Whatever it is, I don't know. Rest up a year, then come out, do one pay-per-view. I mean, I can imagine the work it must be done. Hey, Leo Roth from Hillbilly Rockstars is in the house, buddy. I hope you're doing well, pal. Everything is good. We were just talking about the Kiss concert yesterday that we went to, the last concert. Gene Richardson says all merchandise is 100% profit. The ticket sales goes to the tour and everything that entails. Well, thank you, Gene, for all that information. Very, very cool. I'm hearing Jeannie will go out with a solo band, obviously not in costume with all the lyrics. Yeah, Donna, that's what I was thinking too. And I think Paul Stanley made a comment saying Kiss might be back. I just won't be back in the playing the Starman, the Love Child, or whatever, Star Child. So, I mean, let's put it this way. I think they're going to end up what they could do if they wanted to do it. I mean, you can keep Eric Singer, you can keep Tommy Thayer, go out and look at every Kiss tribute band out there and find the best Gene and the best Paul, and bam, you still own the license, you still own the name of Kiss. Go out and just keep it going. What's the difference? People want to hear those great songs, and that's what it's about. Rock Candy open for Rush and Kiss. There you go, Ronnie B. Elvis in the house. So very, very cool. Kiss got a lot of slack sometimes for their songs and their critics, but you know what, man? All great rock and roll songs are about women, right? Sex, love, cars. Come on, man. I mean, here's a band that when they first started, who knew? I mean, they just took over the world and in the 70s. I mean, their biggest, people gave them shit for I Was Made for Loving You, which is still a great song. Maybe they lost a lot of their hard rock fans at the time, but I still thought it was a great song. I mean, they were the only band to do 4 solo records. I mean, at the time, I think Ace's record sold the best. The New York Groove and everything on it. It was big. I think the worst thing that Kiss probably did was that Kiss at the Phantom movie, which was horrible. But it's still a cult thing, and they still did it. They did the movie. They did the solo records. They did that. It was very, very cool. They did get back together for a time, and they made a record out with that. 50 years strong. There you go, Donald. 50 years strong. And they were one of the first bands to take Cheap Trick out. There you go. So, and there's a lot of bands that they thank Kiss. Even us, even me, with my buddy Anthony Melchiotti in our band, Big Bang Rodeo. We were on Star Search, and how we got on Star Search, folks, was Gene Simmons, Simmons Records. That's how we got on that show. We did a live. Big Bang Rodeo was out in late '80s, early '90s, and we sent Anthony Melchiotti, Tony Vincent, who's the brain of that outfit, all the songs, everything, the concept. Anyway, he sent all these record and producers and promo guys like a TNT box. It says explosives. And inside was a boot and a whiskey and our CD promo. And we did a big thing for Steve Dahl. It was like a showcase. And then he turned us on to Gene Simmons. And Simmons got us to do Star Search. And we were this close to doing something with Simmons Records. It didn't happen. So there's a little thing there with Gene. That's something that got us there. Yeah, I'm sure he wouldn't remember our group, but it's amazing how that turns around. And then Kevin Preston, being my friend for so many years, now in partners with Gene and Paul with this rock and brew thing they're doing. So anyway, no matter if anybody gave Kiss a hard time and slacking them, man, they're running all the way to the bank. They're doing what they're doing. 50 years. Kudos to Kiss, man. And congratulations for them to do that, which a lot of bands can't do that. Before Kiss, Gene Simmons was a sixth grade school teacher. That's right. He was a school teacher. So very interesting stuff. You're watching Ocean's Pit recap of Kiss concert yesterday, folks. Let's not forget our sponsor, Deutsch Power Center. That's right, Great Lakes Everything Construction dealer industry in Chicago for the last 100 years. That's Deutsch Power Center, 224-276-6550. My good friend Sal. And let's not forget Armando Supermarkets. Buy local, shop local. 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, and Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair for all your collision and auto repair needs. Go to crashchampions.com. That's Michael and Gigi and Don Esteban Cigars out of Tarpon Springs, Florida. Folks, they're hand rolled. Javier will send them to your home. Stocking Stuffers is right around the corner. Call Javier and tell me you want the Tony Ocean special, 727-366-7536. You're watching Oceans. Try Trico Hair Experts recreating great hair days. Guys, go to Rosemont. Got Anthony and Carmela, 773-999-7888. All right, guys. So interesting, like I said, just recapping, of course, of Kiss. Joey Spins, yeah, how you doing, pal? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Kiss, I love Peter Criss too, Italian guy from New York. You gotta love him. Ace Frehley was Italian too, from New York, and it's just cool. Two Italians, two Jewish, one Armenian. I think was it like Gene Armenian or something? Yeah, Armenian, whatever. I don't know, but it's just so cool how they came together and with the costumes, and then they've been through so much. And you know what? We got a couple things to talk about also, folks, and we have a little I just want to make sure we got all that taken care of here, got all that underway. Busy week coming up. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we'll be at Rosario's in Roselle. That's at 7 o'clock hit with Double T Tony Toto. Thursday, returning to my old hometown of Elmwood Park, Donnie G's with Jerry Jams Renda and Mike. That is Thursday. Friday, we'll be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse with Double T Tony Toto. And Saturday, sold out show will be in Champaign, Illinois for Shop for the Cops. Back to Blue. We're opening for Ocean's Rat Pack. Will be there. Dan Hampton, Jim McMahon, Big Dog, the Bounty Hunter. That's right. Mega events. Big Mike is at it again. And it's a sold-out show. Ocean's Rat Pack will be proud to be part of that show on Saturday, December 2nd. You guys rocked at the Kiss concert. At the same time, the Arcade rocked the Full House. The Allman Brothers tribute rocked. Yeah, there was actually not a tribute band. It was actually members of the Allman Brothers families, Dickie Betts and stuff. So they were sold out over there too. Another great band has been around and doing what they're doing. What did you say to Gene? So I didn't say anything. He wouldn't, Erica, we just walked in front of them and they took pictures and they gave us thumbs up. The only person to say anything was Eric Singer, the drummer. When me and Ron, because we had our long coats on and dressed in black, I had a cigar in my hand, and we all walked in, and Eric Singer goes, "Look, the Chicago mob is here." and everybody kind of just, and Paul was just coming from being sick a couple days back, so I'm sure I was even surprised that Paul Stanley actually did that meet and greet. But hey, they're troopers. They do what they're due, and you gotta love it. And since we're on the Kiss subject, let's get a couple things there we're doing about Kiss. Let's find out real fast. All right, top 10. Rolling Stone magazine gives you the top 10 best Kiss songs. Here it is, top 10 best Kiss songs according to Rolling Stone magazine. Number 10 coming in at Cold Gin, coming in at number 10. Number 9, they call me Dr. Love. Dr. Love's coming in at number 9. Number 8, Black Diamond coming in. Black Diamond coming in at number 8. Number 7, shout it, shout it, shout it out loud. We're gonna have a party. Shout it out loud coming in at number 7. Rock and Roll All Night coming in at number 6, everybody. Number 5 is Forever, a great ballad back in the 80s. Forever coming in at number 5. Number 4, of course, the only number one Kiss song, Peter Criss's Beth, coming in at number 4. Number 3, Hotter Than Hell. Hotter Than Hell coming in at number 3. Number 2, one of the best songs after they got rid of the makeup, Lick It Up. Lick It Up. Yeah, number 2. And of course, number 1, best Kiss song, according to Rolling Stone magazine, Detroit Rock City. There it is, folks. Top 10 Kiss songs, Rolling Stone. And now we went to Billboard Kiss Rolling Stone magazine, the top favorite Kiss members. Now there's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Kiss members since I've been a Kiss fan. And probably since all of you have been a Kiss fan. Top 10. 10 members have been in this band, and they rated them number 1 to number 10 of fans who their favorite Kiss members are. Coming in at number 10 is guitar player Mark St. John, coming in at number 10. Coming in at number 9, Vinnie Vincent, coming in at number 9. Number 8, Tommy Thayer, coming in. Who's the guitar player for them right now coming in? Tommy Thayer coming in at number 8. Number 7, Eric Singer. Actually is their new drummer. Not their new, they've been with them for a long time. Coming in at number 7. Coming in at number 6, Bruce Kellick, which was another guitar player they had, came in at number 6. Coming in at number 5 is Peter Criss, the original drummer for Kiss, coming in at number 5. Coming in at number 4 is the great Eric Carr. Of course, he died of his horrible disease that he had. What a heart and soul of that band was when Eric Carr came in at number 4. Most liked Kiss members. Number 3 comes in the demon himself, Gene Simmons, coming in at number 3. The love child, Paul Stanley, coming in at number 2. And the number 1 favorite Kiss member, folks, Rolling Stone magazine, Ace Frehley, coming in at number 1. How cool is that? How cool is that? Anthony Napolitano, what's up, buddy? Happy birthday to your daughter, my friend. That's right. We did mention that. Donald did mention that they did manage Motley Crue and Bon Jovi. Strutter, yeah, they have a lot of great songs. This was just a top 10 type thing from Rolling Stone magazine. It was a great honor, again, to see Kiss's the last show ever in the city of Chicago. But you know what? With all these bands these days, folks, you can never actually say never, Ace Frehley sold out every time he comes to the Arcada Theater and Des Plaines Theater. Ace always does. But I'm going to tell you something, which we found out, too. When Gene Simmons came to the Arcada Theater, his show did not sell out, his solo show. But Ace always does sell out. Ace is just Ace, man. His attitude, and he's like a Keith Richards type. he's the guy. Ace really is the guy, right? You know, and of course, everybody always remembers Gene and Paul and everything. But anyway, you're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things, folks. Let's get to some other stuff, folks. Boy, I don't know. Here's a guy. We're talking about different jobs, right? That people have. Here's a job, guy, 27 years old. He makes 27 years old. Okay, he makes $4,200 a month testing and reviewing products on Amazon. Not a bad job, I guess, if you're looking for, well, $4,000 a month, part-time job, whatever it is. That's not too bad for a 27-year-old kid. Testing and reviewing products on Amazon. How about that, folks? Interesting stuff. You're watching Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things. How about the first flying car? According to Fox News, first flying car has its first successful launch. It's a three-wheel, street legal Switchblade, it's called. And there's prices vary. It's between $170,000 to $195,000, folks, for the very first three-wheel flying car. Boy, well, if you got the money, would you buy it? I don't know if I would. Still don't trust. I don't trust electric cars, let alone trusting a car that's going to be up in the air. 170,000, 195,000 for a three-wheel street legal Switchblade, the new first flying car, according to Fox News. And then we're just talking about crazy people in this world, and that's always seems like we're getting is more and more crazy people. This is a crazy woman, according to People magazine, who killed a stranger out of curiosity to see what it felt like. Killed this person. Now, of course, she's spending her life in prison. But what moronic person would do that? What do you feel like doing today? Oh, let's go out and kill somebody. Yeah, let's just see what it feels like. Crazy. The main thing, you were excited about what you did last night. Oh, but it was fun. It was something different that I don't do it too often. So to me to get a call like that, and I was with my good friend Ron Onesti, of course, and my buddy Mike Restivo, I've known for many years as well. And so it was very, very, and my buddy Kevin, who I've known, if it wasn't for Kevin, that never would have happened. So again, Kevin Preston, who's probably flying back to Cincinnati right now. Thank you, Kevin, again. Really do appreciate it. And now we were just talking about the first flying car. How about this? A brand new trendy Honda. According to ABC, a trendiness, this is new, a Honda. It's a scooter. Goes only 15 miles an hour. It's called the Moto Compacto. 15 miles an hour, made by Honda. Or as Fred Sanford would say, Moto Compacto. Yeah, anyway, yeah. So, I don't know, 15 little scooter around town. I see some of these people doing it in the summer. Boys, yeah, she's whacked. She's definitely whacked, Kathy. Completely whacked. Out of her mind. But I was listening to the story, talking about Dolly Parton a lot. She's made the news in the last couple of months. First of all, with her being nominated in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and then she turned it down because she said she did nothing rock and roll, and then she came out with a rock and roll album, and it's her only album that Dolly Parton's ever did that went number one, is her new rock album, which is pretty cool, actually. Then she's in the news for dressing up as the Dallas boy cheerleader, and they're getting some shit for that. She looked great for her age to do that. But here's something funny. Billboard magazine, Dolly Parton only sends faxes. To anybody she talks to, she sends faxes. And the reason is because she doesn't want to text anybody back. That's the reason why. So she sends faxes to everybody. That means these people have to have fax machines in her circle, or you can't talk to Dolly when it comes to that. Crazy. Christmas is right around the corner, folks. Holidays is right around the corner. It's a special time of year. Holiday. Some people, whether you celebrate Christmas or not. I celebrate Christmas in my family. But Tim Allen, great actor. I love him. Comedy actor, dramatic actor. Anyway, he said, this is Christmas. It's Christmas. It's a religious holiday. Let's remember that. A lot of people don't remember that. A lot of people just think of what am I getting, and the Christmas parties and the stocking stuffers and what am I getting and what's on my list and the Christmas lights and all that. Let's not forget the reason why Christmas is here. And I'm not coming out here pretending I'm uh, throwing that religious shit at you. I believe in God, and you know how I feel about that. But remember, it's still about Christmas, about Jesus Christ, and that's what's important to make sure that we don't forget that stuff. And Dennis from Lake Geneva, I love his quote. You gotta love it. Did you ever see an Amazon Christmas parade? No. That's right. Buy local, shop local. That's what. Yeah, good one. Dennis, you come up with some good stuff. We were talking about The View. As much as I hate Whoopi and all that, they're always getting into trouble, but they always stay on the air. Did you notice this? Here she is. They just had Jason Aldean on, who's a country singer, I believe. And he Swifty. This came out on ABC saying it was a Swifty exit from The View because he felt the encounter with Whoopi Goldberg was very toxic, and he didn't want to stay. So he did not appear that long on the show. I mean, for you to have to walk off the show because of someone being so toxic, but these ladies can say whatever they want, and they don't get fired. They get fined, obviously. It's crazy. Joe Sent, how you doing, buddy? Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Anyway, you're watching Ocean's Pit. More shows coming up. Again, 39 more days to the cruise, folks. We're excited about that. Next Wednesday, we'll be at the Capri in Downers Grove, Osteria Capri at the Hilton Hotel. On the 7th, we'll be at Zaza's in Lake Barrington. And our show next Saturday, December 9th, will be at the Lyric Theater. It is sold out in Blue Island, Ocean's Rat Pack with special guest Regina Karma. That show is sold out December 9th. Rat Pack shows coming up. Ocean's Rat Pack shows coming up. December 14th will be at Carriage Greens in Downers Grove. Therein, that show is sold out. December 31st for New Year's Eve will be at the Center for Performing Arts in Munster, Indiana. A few tickets left there. And my happy birthday, 61st birthday bash is going to be Thursday, December 28th. You guys all should have a lot of fun at the Fox Golf Links Club in Elk Grove Village. Mojo's Jukebox will be there. Tony Ocean, the main event band, John Vincent, Regina Karma, Jim Cunningham from Off Broadway, and the Rob Post Band. And we're going to have a lot more guests showing. I'm going to try to get my Ocean's Rat Pack boys. I'm going down the list, calling the entertainers to come out, entertain, have some fun for my big 61, folks. And I just be happy, me and the main event band had just picked up the brand new Playboy Bunny reunion coming up April 19th, 20th, and 21st at the Grand Geneva and Lake Geneva Ocean. And the main event band will be playing there for the Playboy Bunny reunion. Why not go back to the Grand Geneva where it all started over there, back there here in the Wisconsin there, Lake Geneva. Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. We got birthdays. If you a sci-fi guy like I am, and you know how crazy I am about sci-fi, folks. Forrest Ackerman, birthday. He was the editor of Filmland for Monsters of Filmland. Grew up with those magazines. I still get something in the mail, these kind of stuff. Forrest celebrating a birthday. From Mrs. Cunningham, of course, from Happy Days. Marion Ross turns 95 years old. Clem Burke, one of the original rock and roll drummers from the band Blondie. He was also in the Ramones. He played Elvis Ramone. And he was also in the Romantics out of Detroit. You got to love it, folks. Big, for all you wrestling fans out there, big Black Jack Mulligan birthday, WWF. And 75 years, congratulations to NBC News, celebrating 75-year anniversary to NBC. Maria Gullo from the Gullo International Company celebrating a birthday today. You gotta love it. Joe DiMaggio, baby, formerly of the New York Yankees, a great Chicagoland singer who passed away over 20 years ago. The way Tony Bernard has passed away too. Boris Karloff celebrating a birthday. Rich Little, one of the very first impersonators, 85 years old, folks. Charles Becker, who was the actual mayor of Munchkinland with the Wizard of Oz, celebrating a birthday. Bass player from Fleetwood Mac, the great John McVie, celebrating a birthday. Our good friend Amara Riccio, the daughter of Tony and Denny Riccio, folks. So you gotta love it, man. Very, 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 very. Cheryl and Tony Riccio's daughter, Amara, of course, from the Ron Onesti organization. Happy birthday, Amara. Sam Elliott, one of my favorite Western actors, celebrates a birthday. Jimi Hendrix would have been 81 years old. Jimi Hendrix, 81 years old today, and one of the great master martial arts artists, the great Bruce Lee, celebrating a birthday, folks. You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things, folks. Tomorrow, we have my good buddy Michael Averia from Vocal Point will be on as a guest, talking about his new band and stuff that he's doing. My wife, Laura Ocean, will be with us on Thursday, and then my good buddy, Jerry Maselli, talking about what things he does with the boys, the wrestling and everything. Great guy. Love his stories. I love having people on, everyday people, that would share what they do for a living and what they do and do good things. And that's why I always like to promote buy local, shop local, support local entertainment, support local establishments. That's what it's about. This is what this show is about, Ocean's Pit, folks. That's what it's about. All right, now, as we are almost running out of time, top 10, you know how much I love these top 10 things. Top 10 things at one time were worth something, but now they're not worth that much anymore. Number 10 came in at magazines. Sometimes we keep old magazines, maybe like the original John Lennon when he was shot or when Elvis died. Magazines. Franny, how are you doing, Franny? I hope you're doing well. Great. I didn't get a chance to see you and the captain yesterday at KISS, but the whole first half hour of this was talking about KISS, and I got to keep my ticket here and the great seats that we had. It was great, and meeting them great. Like I said, it was waiting to get the pictures back because it was taken with their photographer, so now you have to buy them online, so can't wait to get that. But Francis, Franny, you and Dominic, I love you guys. I hope you're doing well. Jim Cook, because in a small town, grilling them. Jim Cook, you're right. Jesus is the season. You got that right. All right, top 10 things are not worth that much money anymore as they were at one time. Magazines, they're saying. Beer cans. Yes, at one time, they used to be able to sell beer cans. I had a collection. I do remember that. Thomas Kindle plates. Pogs, whatever that is, I have no clue. Not worth that much anymore. Barbie dolls, unless it's authentic, they're not worth much anymore either. Franklin Mint plates aren't worth that much anymore as they were at one particular time. Or like I said, regular plates, yeah. Old-fashioned plates. Hummel figures, not worth that much. Those are, I think the mayor of Rosemont, Brandt's father used to collect Hummels. I think he's got a museum, an exhibit in Rosemont for people who get into that, which is kind of cool if you're into that. Baseball cards, to some degree, unless they're the rookie cards, not worth that much anymore. And number one, stuff that's not worth that much anymore, that was worth one time, Beanie Babies. Unless they're the right ones, maybe they're practically worth nothing. But then on the other hand, here's the top 10 things that are worth money still today. Richard Hamlin in the house. What's up, my brother? And we were just finished talking about my experience with meeting KISS and pictures. We're going to have pictures later on today or tomorrow of them. It was a great experience. Like I said, it was a last minute thing, was not planned. And usually that's how those things work. You ever notice when something like spectacular like that thing, if you're buying tickets to the show and you know it's coming, you're looking forward to it, it's great. And some of you guys probably have seen KISS millions of times, but you know it's their last one. But when you get something spontaneous like this, when you're not planning and you get a call and you happen to be open and you go and you get the treatment and everything that we did, which was very good. It's pretty cool, man. It's a very, very cool feeling. It really is. All right, top 10 things that now are worth something. If you still have them in your home, number 10, fine art or jewelry, still worth something, folks, if you guys go out there. Wine, old bottles of wine, or even old bottles of booze. I think we just talked about yesterday. There was a bottle of scotch that went on on auction for $2.7 million in England. But old wine is still worth a lot of money. Coming in at number 9, number 8, classic cars. Classic cars can go for a lot of money, folks. Number 7, stamps. If you got those right stamps, very, very cool. Dolls and old toys in the box, old lunch boxes with the thermos that are still perfect condition. They're worth good money. Dolls and toys. Crate trading cards come in at number 5. Coins come in at number 4. We all know that with coins. Comic books, unless they're the right ones and they're in mint condition, they're good money for people with. I forgot what the Amazing Spider-Man #1 was sold for. I don't know, a couple $1,000,000 if I'm correct. But people, and you know what's coming back now, folks? Good copies of vinyl. Vinyl records comes in at number 2. Coming in at number 2 stuff. And antique furniture coming in at number 1 stuff, folks. So if you've got some antique furniture, if you got some of these items you're holding on to already, they're worth something. Very much so. And, I don't know if my mom's got all this French provincial stuff. Being Italian with everything, plastic on the couch, on the chairs, on the table. There's a lamp. There's plastic on you can't even turn on because the plastic covers it. We got a gate. My mom still has the gate, so you can't go into the living room unless you have there's a bathroom in my mom's house that you can't use just for looking, showing. You can't, she changes the soaps in there. Just whack job. It's just old school, traditional stuff that interesting. Anyway, folks, I hope you guys had a great day today. I am so happy to got to see Kiss and see some of my friends there. Let's not forget, if you guys looking for stocking stuffers, Mama D's, they're going like hotcakes. Everybody's buying them, so thank you for that. And Mama D was making those bread loaves with my sister Natalie for many years, and now Natalie's keeping the tradition alive. A lot of different flavors. Check out my sister's Facebook page, Natalie Bosch. Private message me or her and pick up some stocking stuffers. Great gift giving. You will love Mama D's breads, folks. We want to thank our sponsors again on the last back to the very beginning. The main sponsor of Ocean's Pit, of course, is our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy a local, shop a local. Norwich, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, Warrenville, and now coming to Arizona, folks. Absolutely. Ace is the place. Very important to always buy local, man. That's what it's all about. And they got some great deals going, folks. Take advantage of the auto key programming at all their stores. They program CarCut keys at up to 50% loss to dealership. Visit their helpful help to speak with a certified team member. Remember, they got a lot of outdoor holiday displays and blow-up stuff for the holidays, so make sure you go out and get that stuff. If you're not ready for the holidays yet, go out there. And don't forget, folks, download the Ace Reward app. It's an easy way to keep track of your points, coupons, and special offers. That's Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy a local, shop local. And Ace has been helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. That's our good friends from Ace Hardware. Guys, it's coming to the end of the hour. Tomorrow, my friend Michael Olivero will be on from Focal Point, a great band out of Chicagoland area, as my guest. Thursday, of course, lovely Laura Ocean returns to Ocean's Pit. And Friday, my good friend Jerry Maselli, working with kids and stuff. Very, very cool. Love good stories with people that do good things. And that's what this is about. Great. Thanks a lot, Johnny G. Go see my buddy out there, man. Johnny Guarini. He's got a great axe. He got 3 or 4 different bands. Make sure you check him out, Google him, and find out where he's performing at. But does she have a kitchen in the basement? Yes, she does, Richard. There is a kitchen in the basement. There is a kitchen in the basement, Richard. All right, guys. So anyway, please buy local, shop local. Support local establishments and live entertainment. And the great words of Ringo Starr, peace and love. Again, thank you to Kevin Preston, my good friend from Ohio, and of course with the Natchez, Mississippi casinos and the Louisa Downs casinos, which will be there in February. And of course, he's in partners with Gene and Paul with this Rock and Brew thing. Kevin's partners with them. That's how we got invited. So thank you. Thank you, my buddy Mike Restivo, for coming from Mojo's Jukebox. And a special thank you to my good friend, Mr. Ron Onesti, for coming along and changing his plans to be with us yesterday. It was a lot of fun. Again, great seeing my buddy Donald. And everybody, guys, again, Ringo Starr says peace and love. We need it more now than ever. And I don't know what else to tell you, man. Back again tomorrow, same time, same station. Nick Saj is the piano man.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Bye-bye, everybody. Shout it, shout it, shout it out loud. There's got to be a party. Shout it, shout it. Anyway, guys, have a great day. God bless.